Touchdown.
Sound.
Good day in my mind, seem to take a step out. Get some in now, let your edge out. To some iceberg, you'll be heavy in my mind. Can you get the heck out? I need rest now.
Bánh Canh Cua, let's get started on our broth, everybody. We have some pork cushion meat, pork butt, and some pork feet or pork hock that we're going to parboil up. Just to clean it out a bit, and we're working on our proteins and we're preparing a base for our broth. So 15 minutes, boil out all that nastiness, and we're going to rinse it off with some cold water. All right, some high quality H2O in our main pot, and everything goes back in. Bring this up to a low simmer. I'm adding 1 whole sweet onion to flavor the broth. Hit it with a little bit of salt here. Next, we're going to add our shrimp into the broth to give it a quick boil, about 5 minutes. Flavoring the broth a little bit with its sweetness. Once it's cooked to perfection, we're going to take it out, peel off the shell, and we're going to proceed to adding the shell back into the broth until we take out the pork hock and the pork butt. About an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how everything cooks. Get that back in for some natural sweetness and umami, and let that simmer. About an hour and 15 minutes for me. We took out the shrimp shells, and now we're going to take out the pork hock, and our proteins are ready to add to our main dish while flavoring our base of the stock. Let it cool down a bit and wrap it in some parchment paper while it cools down so it doesn't turn black or discolored. And set this aside for our mise. The pork butt, give it a stab with your chopstick all the way through. If you see blood come out, then it's not ready. If it's running clear water, then we're good to go. So this bad boy looks good. Again, about an hour and 15 minutes. You don't want to go too crazy and dry it out. Let it cool down a bit. You want to wrap this also. And when it cools down, we can slice it up for our bowls. And the parchment paper is just helping it not turn like this weird black color. Next up, we're going to bring some color to our dish with some avocado oil. And we're going to add our annatto seeds. And this is just for food coloring purposes. Natural food color. Extract it for about a minute or two. Hot oil, and then we're going to use that oil to saute our dehydrated shrimps from Vietnam. Shout out, Go V, once again. I'm almost done with the bag. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we're going to add our minced garlic and give this a quick saute to release the aromatics to get everything nice and colorful. Then we are going to add this to our main broth. Make sure you get everything in there. All that garlic, that shrimp, and the colored oil. And you can already see it brighten up our broth. 2 tablespoons of tapioca starch and a little bit of high quality H2O. We're going to dissolve this and add it to our our main pot. I don't like it super thick. In Vietnam, some places are really, really thick. And I think that's just not the way I like to enjoy it. So 2 tablespoons of tapioca starch. We're going to take our onion. We're going to season it more with some fish sauce. And then we're going to add this slurry into the pool. We're going to get to blending so everything can become one. All the onions and the shrimp. And it mixes in that tapioca slurry. We're going to add 1 egg. Sorry about that camera angle. And blend that up. And our main base is finished. Last few things before we get to eating. We got some piping hot beef tallow here and some fish paste. You can find this at any Asian market in the frozen section. Some markets have it fresh. You can buy per pound from the butcher. Really good when you fry it up. It gives that skin a nice crunchy consistency, especially if you do it in beef tallow. It is an insane combo. Fry that up, and we're going to set this aside as one of our proteins. And we need crab meat. You can use fresh and peel it yourself, but the best way to approach this is just get some high quality crab meat from the can. This one's from Costco. And let's get to final assembly. Add your broth to a smaller pot and bring it up to a boil. We're going to add our crab meat here. You can be a little generous. Add your quail eggs. And then we're going to add our fried fish cake. Pork slices go in. And our shrimp. This one's for Kim, so no pork feet for Madame. And then last but not least, our Vietnamese tapioca udon noodles. You want this dish enjoyed very hot. So that's why you want to kind of do this on a per bowl basis if you can. Cilantro, green onions, sliced yellow onions. White pepper is a must, black pepper, and we have a side of sambal, chilies, and some lime to cut the saltiness. And that's it. You're ready to enjoy. This was a special request from Kimbo.
I said, ooh.